Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Pablo Linux Gaming, PLG for short, and in this video I'll be going over all of the series I currently plan to do on this channel. And so, my first series will be about Ever since my childhood, I've been a big Diablo II fan. Both my family computer and my dad's laptop had a Diablo II with Lord of Destruction installed on it, and I played it all the time on both. I especially remember playing as a barbarian and being stuck on Duriel in Act 2 for like 3 years. At that time, a thought had appeared in my head, and that thought was, if there are burning skeletons in the game, why aren't there cold skeletons? Or poison skeletons? And so had started my journey with modding Diablo II. Well, not exactly. Since not only did I have absolutely no idea about modding a game, I've also started school in about the same year. And so that idea went into the backseat for about a decade. But that changed recently, and I finally started working on one of my childhood dreams. That being modding Diablo II. And with that, I've gotten a new idea. If I already know something, why not make a guide on modding Diablo II? And that's where the idea for this series came from. Now, getting to the meat of this topic. The first series will be entirely dedicated to making mods for Diablo II. First, I'll start with some simple stuff, such as changing monster stats, spawn locations, for instance making the Disfigured, the rare tainted variant from Monastery Gate in Act 1, appear in more places, like the tower and the pit. I'll also be going over re-adding cat enemies that are still present in the game files, like the Sandfisher, which is a cat spider variant that was supposed to appear in Act 2, or the Assailant, the cat Sandraider variant that was supposed to be in Act 4. And after that, I'll be progressively going over more advanced stuff, like changing monster color palettes, adding your own monster variants, like the mentioned before Ice Skeleton or Poison Skeleton, and top this section off with making your very own super unique monster, and of course putting it on the map. However, Diablo II isn't the only series I'll be going over. And next in line is Starcraft, similarly to Diablo II, had been the game of my childhood, perhaps even more than Diablo. I've always loved both the gameplay and the lore of the game, and to this day I've got a lot of fond memories with it. Similarly to Diablo II, at some point a thought to add my ideas to Starcraft had came into my mind, but unlike with Diablo, I didn't wait a decade to reach that goal. All thanks to the almighty Star Edit. Well, not exactly almighty, but since it was the default map editor packed in the game files, I've used it for quite a long time in my childhood for making all different types of weird and overwhelming maps. But at some point they stopped being a complete uninteresting mess and started to take an actual direction, all thanks to reading the lore of StarCraft on wikis online. After taking in some lore of StarCraft, I started to make my maps more lore accurate. For instance, the map on the video is taking place during the Zerg invasion of Aiur. During that time, I've also learned of other map editors for StarCraft, which gave me much more flexibility than the default Star Edit. And yes, I'm talking about the amazing SCM Draft 2. And so, I've now decided that sharing some of my knowledge about making maps for Starcraft can be a nice use of my time. The tutorials will go over all the important stuff, such as placing terrain, placing doodads, placing units, making triggers, etc. But I won't stop with Starcraft here. Since there's a different, more mobile series, I'll start. Yes, this series will be about playing Starcraft on a phone, but that in itself would be rather boring. So the main videos of this series will have some of the coolest moments from each mission instead of the entire footage, and I'll sprinkle in those videos all the interesting lore facts from Starcraft, as well as some of my own ideas. There will also be a different playlist with the entire footage from those missions if someone would like to watch it through. And so, my first video has reached its end. I hope some of you will be interested in the content I'll make and that it will help you learn new things while also being fun. See you in the next video. PLG out.